Yo, 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 what it do, everybody, man? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Yo, man, it's time for commission talk. I apologize, man, for keeping everyone waiting, but we got the guys of commission talk, Warren Marlowe and my guy Brian B, that's going to be joining us on this edition of Talk Pro Wrestling. So, yo, get your popcorn, get your soda, get your water, get your drink. We about to get into it, man, for real.
Warren Melo, the American Prodigy. Dre on me.
Oh, that was a great match. I love that. The boys just having that ending, bro. Man, WTF.
And Brian B.
I personally feel like Gabe made the right decision by not. I think he gained a ton of acknowledgement from the matches with Gunther, taking him to the limits and them showing that.
Commission Talks.
Yo, 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 what it do, everybody, man? Once again, it's Wednesday. It's that Wrestle Talk Wednesday, man. We live here, you guys, on all of the 1130 podcast, social media platforms, Instagram, X, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all of it, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in. It's going to be a great show. Like I said, once again, it's Wednesday. It's Commission Talks, man. So we live here. Man, I got the guys, Warren Marlowe and Brian B, that's going to be joining in just a bit. But like I said, we live on all these great, amazing social media platforms. So definitely do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button down below. Like it, leave a comment, and share it. And don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms. Yes, Commission Talk is live this week on the 1130 podcast YouTube channel, as well as my guy Warren Marlowe. We live here on his social media platforms, Buzzing with Marlowe. So definitely like, share, and subscribe to Buzzing with Marlowe, man, for real. But all of that is out the window. Enough of that. We're gonna get into it. Bring on my bro, Commission Talks, host of Buzzing with Marlowe. My guy Warren Marlowe. What's going on, man?
Hey, bro, let's go. Sip yourself. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going? How's everything? How's your Wednesday going? Wrestle Talk Wednesday.
Hey, man, it's going. It's going.
Hey.
It's Wednesday. Wrestling has been talked about for the last, good lord, since last Friday. It's been what we call buzzing. You get that one? You like that one, right?
Yeah. Hey, that was pretty cool. Yes, it has been buzzy.
It's been buzzing down here, you know. Oh my goodness.
You guys, man.
Report.
We also got Brian B. He's going to be joining us in just a bit. Once he gets settled in, he's going to be joining us in, and we're going to be chatting about everything from why Melo, why that went down this past Sunday at NXT Vengeance Day. We seen Carmelo Hayes turn on his so-called buddy Trick Williams, as well as The Rock's daughter Ava is getting death threats, man. So that's real serious. We're gonna dive into that, as well as the Cody Rhodes takeover, man. We want Cody Rhodes and more. But like I said, man, before we went live, we was just chatting, and man, when everything popped off and went down on Friday night with the return once again of The Rock, man. And Cody Rhodes, giving up his spot. We chat about it a little bit in the chat, but the Cody trend really went on from what Friday night all the way to Monday, all over the weekend. You know, we want Cody. People were booing The Rock at these house shows and all that. I got to get your take on this We Want Cody trend because I know you was the main guy here on Commission Talk. You know, every time I chatted with you, man, Cody is gonna finish the story. You
Hey,
know, and man, like I was with you. You know, Cody Rhodes is the guy. He won the Royal
he's
Rumble.
him.
He
He's
pointed
him.
at Roman Reigns, and things got turned around. So I gotta ask you, what are your thoughts on this whole We Want Cody takeover
Oh
and
man.
Cody Rhodes giving up his spot to The Rock? Because me and you are big Rock fans.
Hey,
So
bro, that's the bad part about it, bro. It's like, one part you're super excited, like, bro, you said it. I didn't even get to watch SmackDown at first, and you're like, dog, The Rock. And then I go on, and then I had people just constantly send me something, a picture of the behind the head of The Rock, which shout out to the camera guy. Whoever made that camera angle was phenomenal. It gave me like a video game vibe. I'm like, hold on. Is this the WWE 2K24 fantasy match? Like,
yeah,
Rock is just staring at Roman Reigns. I'm like, hold up. And the Brahma Bull is not like the Project Rock shirt. And then you see this shirt, and it's like, oh, he's got a WWE shirt back now. Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay. And I remember, even though knowing he was back, when I watched back how they did it, Cody done what he does fucking phenomenal again on the mic, telling them, hey, I had you. And I've been saying that all year. I said the way that Cody had him, they played the test of strength, and Cody was telling him, it's like, hey, I gave you that work. Out of anybody you've wrestled this year, I'm the one that gave you that work. And then when he said, but not at WrestleMania, I'm like, what? And then I've been talking to somebody, and he knows you very well. And then obviously Birmingham they were all standing up. They're just sitting there waiting for it. And I think that's why that pop was what it was, because, I mean, bro, when you hear that song, I've never got to feel it, so I don't know what the feeling is, okay?
And I think the pop was even more louder because Roman Reigns was in the ring, and
Exactly. So it was
it was
real. It
like
was
so.
real.
It was like once you heard that, if this smell was like, oh my God, The Rock, but then was like, oh my God, The Rock
And when
and
he
Roman
showed
Reigns.
up, and it's like, oh shit, Roman's in the ring. Oh shit, Rock's coming towards the ring. Like,
Yeah,
Rock is serious, looking straight down, like how he always does. He got the goosies down the arm, the goosies.
yeah,
Shout out to the goosies. But it was just like the way it went, and then the other part happens. I see Cody's face. Shout out to Cody for selling that. Fucking phenomenal. The way he done it, and honestly, I don't think it was fully a sell, but obviously you could just look at him, and you could just, like, if it was a work, he worked the hell out of everybody. Everybody. If this is a work, he worked everybody. And then just seeing when he did the hand grab and the Rocks brings Cody in and gives him a whisper in his ear. I said this on my Wrestle Rant that I did yesterday. Shout out with Blackheart. We did Wrestle Rant. And I gave my perspective of this and, like, what this could transpire. What Rock whispered in his ear, I know everybody is wanting to know what he whispered in his ear. But this moment right here, you could just tell this is the next part of the story. And I know people are going to get mad when I say this, but Cody flat out said, I don't just want to win the title. I want to take everything. So guess what? WrestleMania is 2 nights. It could happen this way. And who knows? Seth is hurt. We don't know what the full dynamic of him is. But when you saw The Rock whisper in his ear and Cody had that smirk, I'm sitting there like, okay, everything's going to be okay. Because I was worked real bad too. I'm like, this was something I was like really nervous about for a long time. Like, shit, if The Rock does come back, that takes Cody's run. He done 2 Royal Rumbles back to back. Like, what are we doing with this? Like, I thought that's the reason why he won the Rumble, to kind of clarify with the fans, hey, he's got the match. He's got the match. Everybody leave him alone. He's got the match.
Yeah, I personally think that's what everyone thought, right? You win the Royal Rumble. I mean, that has been established for
You
a bunch
pointed
of
at
years.
Roman instantly right after you won. You pointed right at Roman.
Yes,
Roman had that reaction. It's like, fuck.
and that's why it didn't make sense to a lot of people on Monday night for Seth Rollins coming out there saying what he said to Cody Rhodes. But then Cody Rhodes says to Roman that I'm not coming after you just yet and not at WrestleMania. So he step aside, gives Rock the
He
spot.
says, I
So there
know
you go.
someone knows
Now,
you very well. And it's just like,
so okay, so now I ask you, where you think this leaves Cody Rhodes at now?
bro, I mean, reality, Rock made Cody even more famous than he was. I mean, reality. So this is, and I
But
want
but
your
but but,
agreement on
but,
this
but
too.
okay,
I want
okay.
your agreement on this.
Real fast before
Go ahead.
you're totally right. You're totally right. We're gonna get to that though real fast. But what do you think he's gonna do at WrestleMania now? Now since he stepped aside and had The Rock take his spot and he's gonna take on Roman Reigns possibly at WrestleMania. We don't know. The press conference is tomorrow night. It's just a whole lot of speculations though. But what do you think Cody Rhodes is doing? Do you think that he's gonna go after Seth Rollins in this multi-man match? Because Drew McIntyre, like you said, sort of inserted himself into the fray over the last several weeks, though. So, what's your thing? What's your thought on him at WrestleMania?
So my opinion on this is Cody is going to do the remake of the Yes Movement, aka hashtag We Want Cody is the new Yes Movement. It's going to be the remake of WrestleMania 30. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, it was the rise of Daniel Bryan. What happened for Daniel Bryan to get into WrestleMania? What happened? Because everyone booed Rey Mysterio at number 30. Rey Mysterio, might I add, guys. Rey Mysterio booed out the building like he was Dominic in Royal Rumble. And people were pissed about Daniel Bryan. And what they did was the Daniel Bryan takeover, the Yes Movement, get him in there. Guess what he did? He faced Triple H because CM Punk left. Because in reality, that was Punk's WrestleMania. And I really still believe
Yeah,
that. And I still don't know if Punk would have probably found out, hey, you're winning it at the end. You would have he probably would have stayed. But still, I think this is the remake of it. And this is done so damn good. The problem is with the fans is they want it now. I think me and Blackheart said it really well, man.
mm,
Instead of
mm.
having good home cooking, bro, they want bagel bites. They
Oh,
want
that's
something
a
that's a TV dinner. They don't want that. They don't want
mm.
that good tasting flavor, bro. You gotta. What's the number one thing to make a real good Thanksgiving dinner? You start cooking at nighttime before Thanksgiving because you want that flavor to marinate in the turkey or the ham or whatever anybody eats. You want that taste because that's what that feeling is. That's what makes that holiday special.
Yeah.
Let this marinate. Like I reacted, me and you were on we were on FaceTime for what, an hour and 20 minutes,
Yeah,
like
we
talking
were.
about it, bro. And literally all I did was watch the ending of it at first because I was just like, oh man, I gotta watch this. My wife and me just instantly react, even though my wife knows as big as a Rock fan I was, she reacted as like, but that was Cody's. Like
Mhm.
my wife is against the Rock in this scenario. And then
Real
it's
fast.
like, yeah, go ahead.
Real fast, no, because what you mentioned though, I thought that was real interesting because I saw a couple of videos on social media, and I agree with you, and I agree on that video. Is that people want it now? I think Cody Rhodes been telling this story of that. Yo, he's gonna finish the story at WrestleMania. He's gonna take the WWE Championship from Roman Reigns, and that has been the story since he came back.
Right.
The first night on Raw. He talked about how Dusty Rhodes held up this championship, but he didn't win the match. It went in a DQ or something like that. So, but the picture is in his house and everything. So he looks at that
Yeah.
picture for a lot of inspiration and stuff like that. So now we get here at the Royal Rumble. So he wins it twice in a row. The last person that did that was Stone Cold Steve
Steve
Austin.
Austin.
So they made a big deal with him winning the Rumble back to back and then having him winning the Rumble back to back. That solidified in a way that okay, he's finishing the story.
Mhm.
So I think with that and him pointing at Roman Reigns, it got all the fans who are literally behind Cody Rhodes and how this trend took over the "We Want Cody," thing. And people, they want it now. Like you said, they want it now. But I realized, I heard something as well with The Rock coming back. He got his own writer, with these
That's
storylines
good
that
though.
he's supposed to
That's
be.
good.
That's
Cody,
marvelous. So, you
bro, if
know,
you think about the
and
best promos, Dross is the one putting those together. Every
mhm,
single one of those he's wrote. We call The Rock the GOAT on the mic because of him. We call him the GOAT on the mic because of him. We call John Cena good on the mic because of him. The only one that didn't use him was CM Punk. Like, people don't realize this. Like, this guy literally has wrote so many good stories with WWE. He wrote WrestleMania 30's main event. Like,
mhm,
I really just, and I've been constantly watching, and I watched back. I just recently just watched back the Daniel Bryan, the Yes Movement thing, the build, and everything like that. You can even be the example of this. You and Brian have flat out said Cody has been handed too much. Y'all flat out said he's been down our throats insanely too much. It's just like you have to like watch him and stuff like this. As of Friday night, not only are you booing one of the greatest of all time that's ever done this, I don't care what anyone says that's ever done this, because if you look at this man, you could tell he's a pro wrestler, actor, all this thing. He's damn near everything on the planet. And you're booing him because of a guy that supposedly was just pushed down your throat. Is now you have been shocked because you can't easily predict what's going on. You are in that bubble that's literally in the predictions of, I'm hoping they're doing this. And
mhm.
that's what's irritating these wrestling fans. And I feel like that's why the funny thing is they don't want it predetermined so bad. They don't want to predict it so bad, but they get pissed when they can't predict something.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was
the
just about
funny
to
thing
say.
about it.
That's what I was
That's the
just
most
about to
funniest
say.
thing to me about wrestling. Me and Blackheart said it perfectly yesterday. People say they can't get worked. Everyone got worked. I got worked.
Mhm,
You got worked.
mhm.
We all
Yeah.
got worked within a little bit of a time. You want to know what the biggest example was about when I was on the phone with Blackheart and we looked at the ticket sales? WrestleMania Night
Oh
1
yeah.
selling decently. WrestleMania Night 2, three parentheses in green, red, and blue, selling fast within
Mhm,
10 minutes of The Rock being announced. Just at WrestleMania. Not even a match,
mhm.
not even said guaranteed anything. Just said WrestleMania, Rock, Philly. You know it's going to be night 2. You know
Yeah.
it's going to be.
You're totally right, man. A lot of fans, they want the unpredictability of wrestling, and when you give them something that, damn man, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen. Damn man, I can't predict this. Now they upset, and especially when it has something to do with everyone's favorite, Cody Rhodes. Like Cody Rhodes is the guy, man. I love him, but I just thought maybe they would just did something different with him, and then thinking that he
It's
was
almost
going to
about to
go
make you
on.
want to buy one of his shirts now.
Hey man, I always wanted, man, from my little son. Every time he sang his song
Whoa.
now, he be humming it and everything. So when they get to the little whoa song, he do the
It's so catchy.
whoa.
It's
So
so
it,
catchy.
it
Oh
really
my
is though.
gosh.
But from Cody Rhodes, just in general though, I thought him coming to WWE, being the AEW guy who kind of like got it off the
The
ground and
first
then came
AEW
back
guy.
to WWE. So I thought my eyes been on Cody Rhodes ever since. So then he came in with the theme song, the American Nightmare, just everything. It was like he just it, all it was just like you just switched shows and he was there. Nothing changed with Cody. So my eyes are on him though. He's World Heavyweight Championship, WWE Championship material. It's just the story that he's telling right now. Not that it's taking long. He didn't win last year. I see it's the redemption
I
year.
see why
It
the
just got
loss
up.
happened now. I see why
Yeah,
the loss
yeah.
happened.
And to get up to this point now, it's like, hold up, wait a minute. Now you can't really tell what's going to happen in the next month or two
Exactly.
or at WrestleMania. So I want to say this whole Cody Rhodes takeover trend, like you said, has indeed made Cody Rhodes much bigger star since when he came out
We're
Monday Night
watching
Raw.
every show just
The
to
pop
find
was
out what's going
huge.
on. Monday Night Raw, great example. I listen to Busted Open a lot, and Bubba was adamant saying, I need to hear what Cody's going to say, why he gave what he did.
That's what I'm
People
saying.
don't realize Cody didn't say nothing. Cody didn't say, hey, I'm not in the main event. I'm not wrestling Roman Reigns. He just said, hey, not at WrestleMania. He didn't say night 1. He didn't say night 2. He just said not at WrestleMania. So there's a cliffhanger there. And then when I saw that Rock whispered something in his ear, I'm just like, yeah, they're in the cooking for something. And the funny thing is now WWE has to slightly tell everyone, hey, Rock purposely gave fans "We Want Cody" signs. And now just so people can understand, like, oh, wow, Rock's a genuine guy. Like everyone, I love what they've been doing. And I even talked to Blackheart about it yesterday. I said, if TKO never announced that Rock was in the board, would we sit here and blame The Rock for this storyline that's going on right now, or we would blame Triple H?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing that this was all penciled in even before they knew Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes wanted to win the Royal Rumble at that. Anyway, I just think they just backed themselves up into a corner just with that decision, or they just know what
Oh,
they know what they're doing. Either one or the other. They back themselves up into a corner, or purposely they know exactly what they're doing. They just are telling the story
Roman
here. Now
Reigns,
they got
bro. They're telling the story. They're
yeah
drawing what they're doing. And I think they're doing it the best way right now because, bro, you're watching Raw. Cody didn't say nothing. He said, what do you want to talk about? You know what the hell we want to talk about. Like,
yeah,
and
and he
then
was
you see
starting to say
everything,
it.
and then Drew cuts him off, and it's like
Yeah.
nothing said.
Yeah,
Like,
nothing said.
my biggest thing, and I hope they do it this way, is Seth is going to be so adamant thinking that Cody's going to face him. Cody looks at him and goes, no disrespect, because Elimination Chamber. Seth can assume Cody's going to be facing Drew McIntyre for the number 1 contendership. Cody beats Drew, and then Seth come out and is like, hey, we need to know your answer. Well, let's pencil this in. You just beat Drew, whatever. And Cody goes, no disrespect. I said what I said on SmackDown. I want Roman Reigns. I want the whatever the fuck that title name is. I can't even say how long that
It's the
title is.
WWE Championship.
Yeah, it went back to the WWE Championship. Thank God.
No,
I was like, WWE Universal, blah, 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 like a damn tongue
no,
twister champion.
it didn't though. It didn't though. But it's the WWE Championship.
Okay.
Let's
But it goes in there and says, brother, I appreciate the respect that I have earned from you. Now that I feel like we have been a part of this locker room, this is something I'm not just doing for me. I'm doing for everybody. Roman's got to go down. Rock is playing for the head of the table. I'm facing for the title. Now, if they do it that way, that's cool. Obviously, Roman's going to go do double work and then probably lose both matches. Or, like I said, WrestleMania 30 rerun. It hasn't been done in over 10 years. It actually just celebrated 10 years just from the WrestleMania 30 now.
So from what I'm understanding, are you telling me that you feel like Cody Rhodes is either is going to get himself inserted into this one-on-one match between Roman Reigns and The Rock, or 2B, he is going to basically wrestle Roman Reigns but on night 1?
Yeah, I mean, it can
Because
that
he
way
said he
or Rock
wasn't
or Roman, so I don't know.
because he said he was not coming for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So that either tells that either one, he's either going to fight him at now, like you said, you can get swerved again. We can get swerved,
Yeah.
but it's either he's
It's
either
good.
facing him after WrestleMania or at the Elimination Chamber though, which would have Cody Rhodes go over. Then the only thing about that, the reason why I say no to that now that's not like, it's a little bit close. Now the only reason why I say it's a little bit close to The Rock and Roman and having Roman Reigns and Cody at the Elimination Chamber is the time zone. And not only that, Cody Rhodes going over on Roman, everyone wants to see Roman Reigns get beat. So people got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, watch the whole show, and then about what 7?
Actually, no, you'll be awake. Most people are awake around what 8 o'clock, maybe close to 9.
Yeah, but
So it'll
that's
be about 2 hours. 2 hour show?
No, it's gonna be about a 3.5 hour show. The show gonna come on at 5, but Roman Reigns is not gonna come out
I
until
be getting
about
ready to go to work.
7:45 a.m.
Oh,
He's not gonna get into the ring until about 7:50. So the match is gonna
I
start
love
about
that.
what 8
Probably,
o'clock
probably
in the
about
morning.
7:55. His entrance takes about 10 minutes to
Yeah,
get in the ring.
like 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's like I don't think they're gonna even do that as well, neither. Hey, yo, we got my guy Brad
There
B
he
in the
is.
building, man. Yo, what's going on, man? I think he muted real fast though.
Y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
You
What's
look
going
like you're
There
on?
we
ready to
go.
fight
Damn.
somebody. You good today?
Dude, get a job, and I can't even do my regular shit no more. What up?
That man still
Good.
goes like, damn computer, bro. I hate this shit.
Ain't nothing much, man. We sitting here chatting about this whole We Want Cody takeover and how this sort of made, well, ain't sort of, but this how this made Cody Rhodes a bigger star. And since he's not going to take Roman Reigns, and me and Brian chat about this a little bit
we got
on Talk
we
Pro
got to
Wrestling.
replay Brian's voice message in our chat talking about dog. F what I said about the
Yo, for real. I said that on here too. But
Yeah.
yo, listen. So I was listening to you guys talk and stuff. Like you said, yo, I said it last night when I was watching Raw. It just hit me, yo, before they even started saying shit about it. Like literally, you're seeing The Rock is pretty much putting Cody over. But here's the shit, yo. This shit is complicated. Because at the same time, they are fucking themselves. There's no doubt about it.
It better go the way they're hoping. That's
the
where they better hope.
the back door that they backed themselves into that they can't really get out of at this point is you can't not have either match. That's the fucking bad thing. You can't have Cody and Roman. You can't have Rock and Roman 2 consecutive nights each night. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Basically, you're double stacking against the fucking reigning champion, 3-year champion of all time at this point right now in this modern era. So you're going to say, okay, stack all the odds against him with the top baby face of the company as well as the fucking one of the greatest superstars of all time in the company. It makes no sense to sit here and have 2 dedicated nights for one man to defend his fucking championship. How is that sensible?
The moniker is Roman's barely competing.
That doesn't matter.
That could be a concept of it. I think that's what they might go with.
But
Nick Aldis might pull something on that, but I don't.
But wouldn't that be asked to know
I just
that
say
somebody
it's a triple
who has?
Threat. I think the triple threat makes more sense. Remake it like WrestleMania 30.
That's
Cody,
horrible, Warren. I'm
I'm
about to tell you why it's horrible, though. I'm going to tell you why it's horrible. Let me get this one part. Let me get this one part out first. So the thing is, you literally can't double stack against the champion. If they beat Roman, here goes the asterisk on the shit. Oh, yeah, they beat him, but it took 2 fucking superstars to beat this guy. After all this time, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't set up anything. It makes Cody and Rock, honestly, look really weak. And it kind of is a sour kind of send-off to this fucking grand story that we've been telling with this one man for this whole time. You had to take him 2 nights to take on 2 of the best in the industry. So you stack the cards against whether it be Nick Aldis, whether it be whatever, that almost pushes Roman Reigns in the fucking in either the underdog or a babyface category. So as a dominant heel this entire time, that story makes no sense. Now let's jump into the triple threat. Who holds a benefit? Who holds a benefit from The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns being in a triple threat match together? Like there's no benefit to that. Either you have you explain. It's your idea. You tell me what's the benefit.
No.
I can tell you why.
So this is what I'm telling you, because the fans are adamant. It's making them think the fans are bringing Cody into the selection. They're making it to where like Daniel Bryan. Was Daniel Bryan meant to be in that triple threat?
This ain't like Daniel Bryan.
It's
Daniel Bryan was a fighting underdog. So that Cody Rhodes is not a fighting underdog. No, he's not. Cody Rhodes, the reason why you can tell he's not a fighting underdog is because he's been winning. The thing with Daniel Bryan, everybody loved Daniel Bryan. They weren't giving him a chance. Cody Rhodes gave up his chance. It's not the same story. If anything,
we don't even know if he gave it up. That's the funniest thing.
That's another thing. Yeah, because like Michael Cole said on Raw, everybody's reacting to some shit that hasn't even been established yet.
Him and Pat did
Nothing's been said. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I opened up with saying they've backed themselves into a corner because you can't not have either match right now. Because if you tear down and say, all right, fuck it, Cody is going to verse Roman Reigns. Everybody who was happy that Cody didn't, or everybody who was mad that Cody didn't have the match is going to be happy. But the people who have been waiting to see The Rock and Roman, who have definitely been waiting, are going to be pissed. So it's like you can't jump back on either one of these stories right now. That's what I'm saying. They've kind of backed themselves into a corner, bro. No matter what they do, people are going to be fucking pissed unless they tell an unbelievable story. And in my opinion, that story would be make The Rock heel turn The Rock.
That's where they're going.
Heel turn The Rock. That's the thing that makes the most sense. Just imagine if The Rock came out on fucking Friday and came out and said, listen, you people, I tell you that I'm about to become and take my rightful place. Don't you know who I am? Don't you see who owns the company and owns that shit? And comes out like The Rock. Yo, Dre, like The Rock, yo. You heard Michael Cole. You heard the Easter egg.
Rocky Sucks chance are coming, so it's believable.
He said, what is this, 1996? He said, what the
they were shocked about that.
He can use that as an advantage though, and just go with it. Rock has always been to the guy who listened to the fans, and like Warren was saying, he does have his own writer for the stuff that he's about to pull off. So
shout out to him, bro.
I don't. Yeah. He got his own writer. So he could easily pull the heel card and go with it, but I think everyone. So I think who's gonna cheer? So people gonna cheer Roman and then boo The Rock. No. Because I think it's gonna be booing both of them.
I don't think anybody's cheering Roman on this.
Yo, people already cheer Roman. People already throw them fuck. People already ready to cheer the tribal chief, bro. Don't fuck around and act like we don't know it.
Hey, no, you are right. But I think
a lot of ones in the air when that motherfucker
bro.
All three of those guys
but I think
it's split because it's
WWE. Period. Roman, Rock, and Cody.
Yeah, but I think it's split in a way because I think it's a lot of people also wants to see Roman Reigns lose the title, and not just on some hate, shit, but just on some like, damn, he finally lost the title because that's gonna be a moment and shit. So
of course,
it kind of does make Roman look strong.
I don't know, but this is gonna go 50-50, and just like we were saying, just wait till I think things develop, especially after tomorrow night, and when things develop, I think that whole Rocky
TV dinners away
is going to change around though. That's how I feel though.
Bro, y'all missing the biggest picture anyway. It don't matter. Listen, Cody, even if Cody does get the title spot back, which I think would be the perfect situation, and let Cody get the title spot back. I personally feel like they already knew Cody was going to lose. I personally feel like they had already established that Cody was going to lose.
They cannot do two.
I'm telling you. Listen. I feel like
that shit was all if you're hearing this fan base of what they're doing now, they're not.
Man, what is
WWE is now, which is the
everybody
bad part.
bitches
and I will make
about
a rant about that, but fans, chill the fuck out. That's one thing I will say on that part because storytelling at its finest right now. WWE is actually having to slightly reveal, hey, man, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. So people could level down on that stuff, man. You got to chill with all that.
I think WWE is making this shit up as they go right now. I don't think they got it.
They're playing around with it. They know what they're doing. They're just playing
it's working. It's working like what they're doing. Because
it's WrestleMania season.
All right, you guys, Warren just mentioned it. We're going to hop into our sort of second topic, first topic here on the show. Just mentioned storytelling. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Brian B, man, because long-term storytelling is one thing that WWE is definitely onto right now. And I think a lot of fans they want long-term storytelling, and then when they get long-term storytelling, they like, damn, man, it's taking too long here. Yeah. So, Brian, go ahead with this.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's one of the reasons why I thought about this topic. Like, this is strictly going to be just my opinion on this topic. I am a fan of long-term book, and I am a fan, that with the stuff that we have going on now, one of the best examples is definitely the Bailey and Io Sky story they've been telling for a year. Be real, this shit has been at least for almost a year, because once Io Sky and Bailey started kind of like deflecting and she was doing that weird, like she was obsessed with her shit, that shit has been building since at least like the middle of last year. So it's been incredible, like how much development has happened. You've wanted to see Bailey back in the face role. You've wanted to even see the reason why Io is deflecting from Damage Control, getting it back with her girls. Oscar fucking can't. It's continuous storytelling, and it's building up to one of the biggest fucking platforms, WrestleMania, and you can't wait to see it. It's going to be so much excitement for whatever. The go over story is definitely going to be Bailey fucking winning the title. Hopefully her coming out and being a full-blown babyface, giving you a little bit nostalgia with the fucking buddies and everything float. You can write it. If you're a fan of this shit, you can write it. Like, you can figure it out and see where they're going. And that's not just because it's predictable, but because it's the proper fucking story. You feel me? Like, so in my opinion, long-term storytelling does have its faults as well as its its pros and cons or whatever. Like, because one of the things, like CM Punk and Seth Rollins, not something that as much of a long story, a long-term storytelling in a way. Because if you remember, CM Punk is one of the biggest reasons why the fucking Shield got put together. And, them sitting here getting everything done together and having that long, timeline or whatever with CM Punk's return, Seth Rollins' reaction, their interactions on Twitter, and everything else that you can put together to build that story. When it's long term, if a motherfucker gets injured, you got to cut that bitch out. So you're left with that. That chance and that risk of your storytelling being, messed up. So that's one of the only reasons why it's like, I do appreciate WWE's build. I do appreciate Cody Rhodes and The Rock and Roman Reigns holding this title for this fucking long ass 3-year period, the bloodline story period. You know what I'm saying? The Rock and Roman story is long-term booking. I don't give a fuck if The Rock just came here 5 minutes ago. It's long-term fucking booking. The Rock and Roman are family. They just showed a fucking clip on The Rock show about how little Roman Reigns was over there telling them to acknowledge him and shit. It's fucking crazy long booking. And to have that match and for people to be upset about a genuine situation with Cody Rhodes fucking, winning the thing, the Royal Rumble, having all this shit. That's why I fucking don't even know why Cody Rhodes won the Rumble in the first place. I definitely think he should have won fucking Elimination Chamber, but it is what it is. Everybody just knows he was supposed to win Rumble back to back. But then to do this shit, it's just silly, bro. It's like they're telling the story in proper ways in proper areas, but then they're fucking failing in other areas. Having The Rock come out and establish his fucking return for the belt, number one, which is a mistake. But I can't argue because it is the biggest Mania match of all time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Simple. It's simple as that. The end line to the bloodline story with the fucking tribal chief who has never been defeated as tribal chief going against the current tribal chief that has been the fucking champion without deflection for 3 years. There's no way you can have problems. Just imagine if a match like that dies in a fucking DQ or a count. It would be anarchy, fucking rightfully, if that happened, bro. Like, this match is so big. You cannot doubt it because you're upset and you're in your feelings about shit. Now, what they did to Cody is fucked up, and it was bad storytelling, in my opinion. And they have to do a lot to fix it. But you can't deny the fact that this is one of the biggest matches, if not the biggest match on WrestleMania fucking history. Simple facts, man.
I agree, man. It's definitely one of the biggest matches in wrestling history in the WWE. And yes, I think long term storytelling is definitely where it's at. We've seen WWE over several years tell storylines, but they wouldn't long term storylines to this point here that we'll be getting. Like you mentioned, the Damage Control storylines. They've been a group ever since what, like a year and a half or so. And
2 years, almost 2
yeah,
years.
almost 2 years. And Bailey, you got EO and Kyrie Sane down in the fray, and Oscar has joined in, and of course you got Dakota Kai and stuff like that. So and now to see where it's going at WrestleMania with Bailey taking on EO, this whole dynamic I think is interesting from long term storytelling with that and with The Rock. So like I mean Warren was saying, we the fans just want it now. They claimed and they begged for long term storytelling, and when you get long term storytelling, it's like, hold on, wait a minute, that's not what we want though. Or either if that's not what we want this shit now though. And I think a lot of it, got to do with Roman Reigns holding on to a title longer than some people want him to, but long term storytelling is definitely the benefit in pro wrestling.
Yeah,
That's my take on it.
I definitely agree.
One thing I always say, man, it's not about the matches, it's about the moments. And I mean, how many matches you can say right now overshadow moments? They don't. They're good matches. They're in the archives, whatever. But
nobody cares. Who is this guy? Wrestling God? Listen, bro. There's no if you can confidently say that nobody cares about The Rock versus Roman, I have no fucking idea. I guarantee you, hey, Wrestling God, I guarantee you, if the thing didn't happen with Cody Rhodes and they announced fucking Rock versus Roman for going into SummerSlam, you'd be all over that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, people try to bullshit like they not like it's not real, bro. Like the Rock
biggest thing.
Come on,
I
bro.
think the biggest thing is, and I think this is why a lot of people have that connection with Cody, is just because it's from the independent background. You got the hardcore wrestling fans that are coming in there. They see this, oh wow, they're not putting Cody as Stardust. Oh wow, Cody just won the Rumble. Oh wow, like I get it. Me being a Cody fan, whatever it wants to say, I like it. The way that they did this, yeah, I felt some type of way.
That's right, Devin.
I mean, it is what it is. But the thing is, on the whole scenario, obviously, what the story is, I'm still seeing it as WrestleMania 30. Hollywood coming in, part-time or whatever they want to call it, Roman Reigns, that dominating champion like Randy Orton was for the longest time, and you're getting a fan vote to get somebody into the ballot. Cody's probably going to face somebody, qualify into the match, and get the main event. If Triple H was healthy, it would probably been Triple H and Cody Rhodes, which that would have been a dream match, in my opinion.
That would have been a dream match for sure.
Triple H, like storytelling at its finest. But obviously, Triple H can't wrestle. So what are you going to do? He's probably going to face Solo Sikoa or someone like that to get involved and qualify into the match.
He beat Solo already, though. He beat Solo already, though.
I mean, they could do it with Solo or Jimmy, but obviously Jimmy's going to be pretty busy. We already know where he's going to go.
Jimmy's a fall guy. Yeah, Jimmy's a fall guy.
It's like, who knows what's going to happen. But the long-term storytelling is what makes WWE what it is. Wrestling at its finest. What made MJF? Storytelling, believability. What made TNA? I'm sorry, the greatest storytelling in TNA was probably the Aces and Eights story. I don't remember anything else behind that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being really the biased thing I can as a pro wrestler. Storytelling is what you invent yourself to keep with that continuation. Everybody can do a match. I can do a match all the time. I ask a promoter all the time, what's the purpose of this? All right, what are we doing afterwards with this? Is it just a match, or what are we bringing into this? Because that storytelling moment is what gets crowds invested to buy tickets to come into wherever we're going to see that match. That's why WWE is what it's been for so long, because it's storytelling.
Listen, Cody and Roman, I'm not gonna even lie, bro, because we've all been talking about this shit even before this. I know this is like a heavy topic, but it's one of the biggest things in wrestling right now. Cody and Roman, if I had my way, I'm not gonna lie to you, as much as I want to see Roman and Rock, just because it's not the time. We've all fucking said this. It's not the time for Roman and Rock right now. The only reason it's the time is because it's WrestleMania. That's it. But the storyline itself.
And it's in Philly.
Another reason why it's the time, because The Rock has been so much vocal about it. When he admitted it on the Pat McAfee show that, yo, man, this match was supposed to happen a year ago. So a lot of fans was in an uproar, especially who loved The Rock, and was like, damn, Cody, like, man, you weren't going to finish the story. Why you had to, so once that got out, and then The Rock came back, and then he just kept talking about it and getting asked about, yo, man, are you coming back? Is this thing with you and Roman Reigns, in? So once he got in with the TKO deal, as well,
they told too many stories. They told too many fucking stories.
My opinion, I think they messed up with the TKO reveal. If they didn't reveal the TKO thing, which that was box office and great idea, it was just too fast. And I think it is. If Rock wasn't announced as the head of the board, we'd be punishing Triple H right now.
It'd be a little bit different. Yeah, it would. There's no
Everybody
doubt.
Been like,
I believe that.
Triple H, F you, you're pulling the Vince McMahon stuff, blah, blah, blah. You're doing just like the old man stuff.
True.
Death threats to Triple H, like, bro. So, like, I see the point on certain scenarios of it. And yes, there is some little awkward moments into this, but bro, just let it marinate. It's gonna be one of the best WrestleManias of all fucking time.
I think it's gonna be incredible.
It's gonna be literally box office. I've actually contemplated getting tickets consistently. I'm like constantly thinking like, damn, I really want to go. Even though it is outdoors, Philly's gonna be kind of cold, and I'm not really familiar anywhere in that area.
it might be a little warm by then.
Yeah,
hopefully.
The groundhog saw it, didn't see a shadow, so I think spring's supposed to come. Yeah, spring's supposed to come a little early, so I think it's supposed to be a little bit warm. But from that topic though, with The Rock and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and everything, that kind of grew into something else though. We're gonna go to the buzz report, and we're gonna hand it off to Warren Marlowe. Right?
The buzz report, I love it.
Got it.
Hey, Rock's daughter getting threats and now forced to leave Twitter. Obviously, due to the Cody Rhodes and The Rock ordeal. Ava leaves Twitter. The Rock's daughter logged into Twitter X yesterday to explain her situation. She has nothing to do with her father's booking on WrestleMania, and fans were giving her a hard time and even receiving death threats. It caused her to actually disassemble her X account. I keep forgetting it's Twitter. But, yeah, I mean, that's really ridiculous. Really ridiculous. As a wrestler, I purposely do stuff to get a reaction. I have an audience. We know the consequences of what we do. Me being a babyface, obviously I got to be the smiling one, happy, whatever. The heel, you want that type of heat where someone wants to just throw something at you. Our family, on the other hand, anyone right here can probably agree to this. They don't ask to be in that lifestyle. They do not ask to get involved into certain things that they can't control. Ava, being in NXT or whatever, she's doing her own thing. She's not Ava Johnson, not Ava Rock or anything like that. She's trying to make her own establishment. And she's getting stuff like this just because of who her father is. Fans, I say this personally,
bro.
I say this all wholeheartedly. If this wasn't my situation, me just being an independent guy, whatever, I'm pretty sure any independent guy right now, they'd say, here's my address. Come say this to my face. This stuff is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is sad for wrestling fans in general. I said this yesterday. People don't realize how small a wrestling bubble is. We look like we're worldwide just because of social media. But like how me and Brian and Dre said for the longest time, man, it's hard to find people that have been connected with wrestling for so long. And it's hard to find those people that love it as much as we do. And to see this stuff like this, it's disgraceful, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Sorry for my cousin Dre, but that is fucking ridiculous, man. For y'all to sit there and
we ain't supposed to cuss
on people. I didn't want to drop it. I mean, I usually don't drop the F-bomb. I'm just giving a heads up. Hey, every time I'm on a guest on someone's show, I literally say I don't mean to cuss, and then I'll just start saying whatever. But it's like, that is ridiculous, bro. As a father, for someone to get my own daughter get death threats because of something I chose to, she didn't choose that life. I did. I made the choice of whatever I done, whatever in the ring or whatever. It's fucking pro wrestling, guys.
I want to say one thing. I do want to say one thing before I like that point. I like that point, Warren. Before we hit it on to Brian, this is if you notice though, this old school heat right here. This is some old school heat where back in the days, if you had that old school wrestler, let's say damn, I can't even think of someone right now. And I wanted to
Roddy Piper.
Let's say Roddy Piper. Yeah, Roddy Piper, man. Just man, over the top, was a bad guy, was a heel, and he said something in the middle of the ring and had the fans heated, man. And when the show was over, people was outside, man, standing at his car ready to just kill the dude or throw bricks to it and everything like that. So, I mean, I think The Rock is familiar with stuff like this and also had to tell Ava in a way like, hey, wrestling business is pretty cool.
Much. That's what it is.
Yeah. Cut the social media off if it's, real too much. But also, this is the wrestling business. And I think, to this point right here, man, wrestling fans are fickle in a way, man.
That's the best word to sum that shit up.
The example is literally,
you give
I
them
don't
something,
know what I want for dinner today. I might want this. I might want this. I don't know what I want. That's
you
what
give them something that they always want. It was like, man, you know what would be good? Roman and Rock, man. Damn, Roman Reigns getting built up. Yeah, man, he should take on the Rock, man. Yeah, we should get that. And then we get the shit, and then it's like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, I don't want it right now, but I do want it, but I don't want it right now.
Later.
Yeah, like I still want it. Like,
it's like with that commercial, the Pringles commercial. I like one chip. Nope, I got 50.
Still give me Rock and Roman, but I don't want it just yet. I want Cody and Roman though, but I want the Rock and Roman, but I don't know which one I want. Like it don't make sense. And then
Dre, it's a little different, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm not trying to cut you off, but it is a little different. It is a little. Yeah. I'm not gonna act like because I'm the same way. Like we've all said it. Like you also. First off, the Ava sending Ava death threats. Chill the fuck out, y'all. Y'all wilding now. She ain't do shit.
Wrestling.
You're guilty by association, but you're not. I mean, to send death threats and all this other stuff. It's because we're in the world. If motherfuckers was back in the 80s and shit, and they could have sent death threats, they would have did that shit too. People was getting stabbed and having their cars destroyed and stuff like that back in the day. So, like you said, Dre, it's definitely old school heat. It's just they can come to your front door, in your pocket at this point with all their fucking hate and opinions. But I don't want to fuck around and be like, the people who are saying they don't want it now. The fickleness is definitely a situation, but you also can't tell a story like and I'm getting so tired of saying that fucking term, but you can't tell a story in 3 different ways and have it be as like major as they are. Like the Cody Rhodes build has been a year's build. I've said I was the first motherfucker to say it while I was cheering the tribal chief on. Cody should have not won last year. He should have not won last year. Even fucking Cody Rhodes knew he shouldn't have won last year. And what they did develop Cody Rhodes, man. He came back this year. Last year, he was super strong, built up a lot of different storylines, the Brock Lesnar angle. He did a lot. He built a lot. And like I said, if he went to Mania, I saw nothing but Cody in Mania this year. They told a long-term booking story, and that's what happened. But then to come out of fucking nowhere, right, not only nowhere, but right after this nigga just won the fucking Rumble. It was like the SmackDown after Rumble. And then fucking say, Cody's on the thing about to give his speech about, I'm about to go take on fucking. No, the first thing you going to do is deflect the shit that's been built. That's what I'm saying. It is awkward. We have been waiting. If Cody didn't win, let's just say this. Let's look at it like this. All right, everybody. CM Punk won the Rumble. Let's say CM Punk won the Rumble. We all knew CM Punk's going to say, Cody, even if he fucking played with it. I'm going to go to SmackDown, talk to Roman. We all knew CM Punk was going after Seth. There wouldn't have even been an argument if The Rock would have came out and went up to fucking Roman Reigns. We would all, this argument and this heat that we got right now, we'd all be blowing the fuck up. The Rock and Roman, holy shit. Everybody be losing their mind. They wouldn't be thinking about Cody Rhodes. But because of how they told the story, you had Cody win. He pointed to Roman at fucking the Rumble.
Yeah. That was the part.
You established the story right there. But then you're going to come out and have one of the biggest matches that people have been waiting for, and now you're going to do it. So you just fucked up. Like you gave us something that we wanted, but you are doing it at a bad time. So it is like giving you a full course fucking meal that you've always wanted your whole life after you just ate a fucking full meal. So it is kind of that deal. So I do understand it's not just the fickleness in that situation, but it still is the fact that you have to be able to tell a story, give people the story, and everything with WWE needs to be, or every wrestling fucking promotion, like Warren said, it all is about your character development and your stories. You can flip any fucking thing, an injury. You could bring somebody who was a small timer to Zawa. If you told the right fucking story and built his ass up, you can have him made a fucking. You can do it, all right? You just have to be able to tell the fucking story, build the character, man. Y'all saw Top Dollar, right? Y'all saw what he's been putting through.
Yeah.
He's an interesting motherfucker. I never would have knew that from him in WWE. But his character in TNA, just tell the story, man. Stop giving people death threats and shit, bro. Ava ain't do nothing.
And that's what I'm like, honestly, I'll be reality, like, bro. We the ones that take the bumps. The family don't need the threats. Like, seriously,
that's goofy shit.
Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, that is real goofy though. From Ava to get death threats, I think the best thing for her to do, if it's like you said, if too much, cancel the whole Twitter or X, account or whatever. So
I think WWE planned that. I think that's just all the little story, and that's something that people don't realize too is WWE is seeing everything that the fans are doing, and they're probably just going like, "We got them." That's really what they do. That's what Vincent did forever fucking times, bro. How many times did Vince book something really bad and it just blew mainstream? And Vince saw it as, wow, we were trending that year. We were trending. Like, that's all they do, bro. We talk about it all the time. Controversy brings ratings.
Yeah, but you still don't want to have silly controversy just to have controversy because, like we said,
been doing that for like how many years, bro?
That's hopefully they're not staying in that fucking tradition because we definitely don't want to have the same bullshit.
Dilemma.
Yeah,
I think it's the
same bullshit, yo.
WrestleMania 30. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens.
All right, let's definitely wait to see what happens, man. For real, with all of this, man. No more death threats. All right, we're gonna move on to our next topic here on Talk Pro Wrestling. We're talking about long-term storytelling.
Why?
We talked about long-term storytelling, and we talked about Ava, and she's the NXT general manager. And NXT was pretty dope this past Sunday, NXT Vengeance Day. But man, like I said, we've talked about long-term storytelling. These two guys, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams in NXT. What do I even say, man? I say why Melo? Why Trick Melo?
Shout out to Melo, baby.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Melo. I think he really stood out on this past week's NXT, but he turned his back on his so-called best friend who he didn't want Trick Williams to be a bigger superstar than he was. Try to hold him under his wing and keep him there. Trick Williams, to be honest with you, Trick Williams was really the hype man. He was really the sidekick. But it was until Trick Williams won the North American Championship, like how Carmelo Hayes did, and he became a bigger star. He started to break out. His theme song was popping. Booker T was, singing to it and everything. Trick Melo was like, man, you're starting to get in my way. You going after the NXT Championship. I don't like it. But a lot of this storytelling right here, obviously Shawn Michaels is behind NXT. It reminds me of the Triple H and Shawn Michaels story line back in the days where Triple H, is wants to be World Heavyweight Champion, and Shawn Michaels is coming back into the fray, and Triple H is the jealous best friend and don't want Shawn Michaels to be more successful than he already is and stuff like that. But Carmelo Hayes turned on Trick Williams Sunday night at Vengeance Day. I think a lot of people saw it coming. It's been brewing for real about since late August though. But I see them having a big matchup at Stand and Deliver. Yeah. What was you guys' thoughts on it? I know me and Brian was chatting in the chat about it though. And Warren,
where y'all chatting?
Yo, Dre, listen, when you said him and Shawn,
watch it yet.
Yeah, when you said him and Shawn Michaels, that callback, Triple H and Shawn, You know, the nice thing I liked about it, I almost forgot for a minute. Shawn Michaels is the one that's running, NXT. But you saw the callback to the leather coat.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until afterwards.
I thought Marty Jannetty and
that's what I was about to say. The Rockers. It reminded me of the Rockers
when he super kicked them through the fucking barbershop. Bruh.
Yeah,
that's what I thought, and I said that's a nice callback. But it definitely was well done. Yo, hey, listen, Trick Williams and Melo and a couple other people got me watching NXT. I definitely tuned in. I got a chance to really see Dragunov's whole match with Trick. I mean, he's really good too. You know, Dijak, I sat there, I was giving him his props when I saw his match with Keith Lee back in the day. Really good wrestler. I think they could do a lot with him. He reminds me of not just because of the nice stick, but I don't know. He gives me like a big boss man vibe, like Dijak. Yeah, so he definitely has a lot of character. I like how Shawn Michaels is developing these characters. The Gacy dude, goofy kind of dude running around, popping up out of nowhere. It's interesting.
Toys on the table.
Yeah, shit is interesting, yo. When I saw the Legos, I was like, oh, y'all wilding.
Yeah.
But, NXT is
wasn't that Toy Soldiers? Wasn't it Toy Soldiers?
Yeah, it was like
on
soldiers
the table?
or something. Yeah, goofy. But
it worked. It worked.
I liked it, man. I liked it. I thought Trick had a phenomenal showing. One thing I will say is him and Dragunov, they fucked up at the beginning of that match. Trick did that drop kick, and that shit landed right and busted his nose. But right, you saw that. So I said that receipt, bro. He fucking killed him with that clothesline and busted his face open. They was leaking in the beginning.
Dragunov, you can hurt somebody.
That shit's crazy.
You want to talk about someone who almost got their head knocked off, man? Braun Breaker, when he was running so fast into the ropes, man.
Into the ropes,
I was like, damn, dude, like what the hell was that about?
Ropes, bro. But that's the biggest thing.
I feel like this storyline may continue on the main roster since Carmelo Hayes been on SmackDown, and that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I heard they were supposed to be on SmackDown this past Friday, but they didn't show. But I like the storytelling between the two, and definitely want to see how it goes, man.
Yeah, Stand and Deliver is perfect for it.
If they bring up,
I think it'll be, especially with all the shit going on right now. I feel like if they do lead up to Stand and Deliver, I wouldn't mind seeing Melo get the fucking belt before Stand and Deliver. They already kind of teasing that shit, and then letting him and Trick.
My thought was.
He's already on the roster.
Yeah, see, I didn't think of that until afterwards, but my thought was, okay, have Trick Williams go over, be an incredible moment from everyone who was there, and be really dope. Have him win, and then had Carmelo Hayes still did what he did after the matchup, and then they had the title matchup at Stand and Deliver, and have Carmelo Hayes go over, just to show him that, hey, you still my hype man, or you still. Number 2 or whatever. Like, I mean, no. Just for the Carmelo, just for the Melo ways. And
he did.
He did. He really did.
I think he did. He definitely did.
One of the past episodes, did we say that Melo overshadowed Trick? How many times have we said that when we first saw this NXT 2.0? You're looking at this Trick Williams guy, big muscle guy, and it was like Melo looks more established than Trick.
What up, Slim?
No, man, don't discredit my dog like that. Come on now.
Carmelo with classic black leather betrayed jacket, just like Marty Jannetty. Yep, exactly.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
I remember watching that shit on Saturday, bro. On Saturday, I remember seeing that shit.
Imagine social media was out at that time.
I never forget the first time I actually saw that, though. It was one of the funniest moments, though. Because Bobby the Brain Heenan, man, he said, "Oh my God, he flew through the window, bro." I was like,
"Bro, the way they would sell it, you would believe it." Like that's the craziest thing. Like when you see it, like, "Oh my God, he's had a family." Like you're like, "Damn,
crazy." He super kicked him, and then he picked him up and threw him through the.
Threw him right through the thing. Yeah.
That shit was crazy, man. Back in the day, as a kid watching that shit, the Undertaker coming out the Titantron and Jake the Snake, biting his fucking arm. That Randy Savage.
Oh, with Macho?
That shit as a kid, me and my cousins.
And you see that snake watching that shit. Stand up, that was it for me.
It was real. I
would not have let no damn snake bite me.
Yeah, he really let the snake bite him. That shit was crazy.
You ain't getting no snake on me.
That shit was crazy.
Nah,
we
man.
ain't about that life.
Yeah, back
Have
in
you
the day,
guys have you guys checked out the Love and WWE show that's on Hulu?
I'm
with
on
Bianca, not
episode
yet.
1 right now.
Yeah, I
I've
didn't check
kind
it out yet.
of watched a little bit of it. My wife is taking forever, so I just waited on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
do
one
want
of
to
the
check it out.
wrestling shows you can watch with your significant other.
Yeah,
My
and,
wife
and that's
likes those lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah.
and I guess before we get to our dad rants, and that's one thing I do want to point out too, how wrestling right now is literally on
Everywhere.
fire right now. It's literally
Everywhere.
on fire from the Love and WWE show that's on Hulu, from WWE Monday Night Raw that's coming to Netflix next year, with everything that's going on, The Rock back into the fray, and even I talked about this. I mentioned this the show Heels that was on
Yep.
Stars and how
Yeah, I gotta
a
watch that
part
too.
in the
You never
yeah
watched it?
a part
I need to get on
yeah
that.
Bro.
great show. A part in the show is where some executives were looking into wrestling and they were just like at first they were just like wrestling but they realized how much money and how much people are invested into wrestling and what wrestling really is and stuff
Yeah.
like that and just how in 2024 now, it's kind of bigger in a way than it was in the Attitude Era. Yeah, the
Just as
Attitude
big.
Era was crazy with so much shit happening, man. Stone Cold, man, busting, cracking beers, stunning people and all that. Yeah, that wild shit, bra and panty matches though. But wrestling right now, just in general, dude, is like all over the place, man.
Yo, I got a
Bring
quick
that back.
I
Bring
got a
that
quick
back.
theory.
Bailey in a bra and panties match.
I got a quick theory with that, yo. One thing that I definitely have noticed, if you pay attention really, another big reason why the Attitude Era was so, everybody looks into it so much is remember, this is before we had social media. This is before we had the ability to constantly connect with each other. And as soon as a match is happening, I can fucking watch it with you wherever you are on the planet. Back in the day, you'd watch the craziness and the antics that happened in the Attitude Era, and then you go to school. Everybody couldn't wait to talk about it. So the connection was still there. It was a lot deeper because the anticipation that you had to wait for to tell your friend about, or you called them on the phone maybe, but you get to school, you saw what happened on Raw and blah, blah, blah. And then everybody connected in that way.
Pay-per-views were the worst, bro. You got to
real,
bro. You had to wait till Raw to find out the results, and it's just like,
exactly.
Come on, bro.
So it's like I think you had a lot more people kind of connecting with each other personally. And I think now you have the ability to like all fucking federations, like whatever, promotion it is. And from indie to, professional on the top tier, you got the ability to watch all of that shit. So now it's just like, there's so much wrestling now that I don't feel like people have the same. Yeah, they don't have the same kind of, it's not the same kind of like club feeling. Now it's just like, yeah, wrestling. It's wrestling. Everything's fucking wrestling. You can go on YouTube and watch wrestling. You can wrestling podcasts. It's so much different. Wrestlers are in the fucking movie industry. Like you see The Rock, one of the top things, a wrestler. People don't even remember he's a fucking wrestler. But it's just like, I don't think it's as exclusive as it was, man. And I've been thinking about that shit for a while. I think Attitude Era, it was exclusive, yo. There was like some shit that you saw and you couldn't wait to tell everybody about, and that kind of made them watch it. Oh man, you saw that? Yeah, I saw that. But now it's like people watch wrestling and we post about it, we talk about it. So now the community feels more closed circuit because everybody's talking to wrestling fans about wrestling, and we fucking keep talking. We get on here every fucking week and do it. So I don't know if it's like bigger or if it's just like more. We're more involved in each other. I don't know.
More tools to be able to watch it.
Yeah,
like
something.
Think of it like in the 80s, bro. People had watched wrestling based off of a radio. Like you gotta think
80s. Not the 80s weren't.
No, I'm talking about a lot further back, further back.
Radio, like 60s.
Could you imagine listening to a wrestling match on a radio and then it putting onto a black and white screen, then getting more elevated to be like, all right, we're going to not only do territories no more. You're gonna be able to watch. Even though NWA was only on Tennessee networks, you couldn't watch it anywhere else. You couldn't watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling anywhere else. You had it on in that area location. We're going to break the territory system and we're going to put it on mainstream TV.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why.
Thank Vince McMahon for that shit.
It's been like this.
Or his dad. I can't remember which one.
His dad was against breaking territory system.
Who was the one that did? No, I think Vince was the one that syndicated.
Vince is the one that started the whole thing.
I think. I can't.
He's the one that ended all the territory system. A lot of people were pissed about it.
Yeah, he bought that shit out.
He bought it out. He got bankrupt instantly buying it. So,
yeah, he did. He spent $1 million on WWF. I mean,
WWF. Like
both of you guys got great points, though. You are right. Like I remember, man, watching Monday Night Raw, and you go to school on a Tuesday, and it's a big group over there, and they just like talking about wrestling, man. And I'm like, damn, like that's you're right. It was like exclusive. You had to tune in to Monday Night Raw. You had to tune in to Thursday Night SmackDown, and yes, because of the times have evolved, and you have social media and stuff like that. But I think it's big on a level far as globally, like it's reaching so many people. Obviously, like I said, because of social media and and stuff like that. But I definitely do remember that, man. Because even for me though, before I started with the wrestling podcasts, and now you got a lot of wrestling podcasts, it just felt like I was the only person. Besides maybe watching it, when it's on TV, I felt like, damn, I was the only one who liked wrestling. Like I ain't really had people, besides before this podcast thing, got kicking in to say, yo, man, what you think about wrestling? What you think? I had my buddy, but that was, here and there. So like now it's like, it is like a sort of like a group thing, and the whole internet wrestling community though, but
yes, with UFC and fighting and shit too is the same way, man.
Like I remember when WWE 12 came out and they were doing the premiere thing at GameStop. This is the best example I could give you. There was 3 people. I'm the oldest person coming in there for a WWE 12 premiere. Everyone else, Call of Duty, such and such. That tells you how big that wrestling bubble was. Only 3 people for that new WWE reveal game.
Or how ass 2012 fucking wrestling was.
No, the storyline was great. I didn't
like 2012, 2010, to like 2015.
I didn't like the ECW
kind of
SmackDown one. I didn't like that. But when me going before the network happened and going to Buffalo Wild Wings and watching pay-per-views when The Rock did his run back, I remember watching the Royal Rumble when The Rock got pinned by Punk the first time after getting screwed. People were ready to wreck that damn restaurant. Then Vince comes out. Rock says, no. You're not taking it from him. I am. Everyone, I remember one person had a chair in his hand, puts it right back down, sits down. It sees the reaction. And I was just blown away. I'm like, bro, I don't even have to go to the wrestling events. I can come here and watch wrestling. And I'm in my comfort zone. Like, this is really cool. Like, and it's just like, it's so crazy how we see it now. And it's like a regular TV show. It really is. Like, wrestling is a basic regular TV show. It's so many different ways you can watch it now. CW's got NXT. I mean, now I'm going to watch CW again. I can't even tell you the last time I watched CW. I used to watch 2 different shows on there, the DC shows, and they just stopped floating, so I stopped watching it. Now I'm going to watch it because of NXT. And now you got Netflix. Even though nobody knows, Netflix has raised their prices. So Lord only knows what the hell that's going to be on that scenario. But it's like you have so many different ways to watch it now. You don't even have to watch WWE. You can watch TBS, TNT, all these other things.
Yo,
it's just crazy.
I wanted to share this with you guys real quick. I know we're about to go on the dad rant real quick, but there was one other story that I had saw before I got on today. And it was the I don't know if y'all saw, Swerve Strickland said that WWE hit him up and they tried to call him. And he said he didn't even answer the fucking phone for it. And I had to think about that for a second, if that was a smart decision. I'm not him, but I'm just saying, like, just thinking out loud to myself or whatever. Swerve Strickland definitely fucking established himself, greatly. Like, he definitely came back out and I mean, with his entrance, with his wrestling style, with how he's working the mic, everything he's doing, I think is phenomenal right now. Definitely top tier AEW right now. Now, being that WWE has went through this transition and there is so much shit going on, and definitely it's very exciting. It's new times and people are getting chances that they haven't gotten before. If they've reached out to him, they probably really wanted to do something with them. Do you think that stars that have left in the past or deflected in the past, Do you think that they would be currently missing an opportunity on taking advantage of the changes that are happening in WWE right now?
I mean, not a
go ahead.
picture. Not a heavyweight picture. I think that's what Swerve is seeing this as, because I mean the moniker for AEW right now, they're really struggling on a champion to produce into that product. Swerve is probably the heart and soul of this company right now until MJF finds what he's doing or whatever. So I could see why he said he didn't answer it. He's happy where he is, but I mean, look at all the other people. All these other people said, "Hey, AEW is going to be this thing." And I told people all the time, bro, you jump to the ship just because it's that flavor. I've seen countless people on indies. They're going to do it for a money grab. And then when it dies out, guess what? Hey, Connecticut, call me. I'm ready. Like, hey, I've been doing this. Like, it's just so funny, like, how these things work. And I mean, I guess Swerve wanted to just, obviously, how social media is. It's easy to get that plug. Like how you just said, I didn't answer the phone. A lot of other people have been like, bro, Matt Cardona, out of all people, he said if they call, he's going to answer. He's not going to say yes or no, but he's going to answer and see what they say, because obviously he wants to see where his value is. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just happy where he's at.
How you feel, Dre?
Okay, all right. My opinion on it though is, I believe I heard this story a couple of weeks ago about Swerve Strickland not wanting to re-sign back with the company and whatever like that. And basically, not answering the phone and just turning down the deal. I think it is a smart decision, and the only reason why I say it's the smart decision right now, because Swerve Strickland is trying to raise his value up and prove that what he can offer though. And this is kind of like a little bit what me and Warren was talking about before, is that although that the WWE may be on his radar again, I feel like this time in AEW is giving him an opportunity to show what he can do. And some of these opportunities with Nana may not be in the favor in WWE. So I think he's building up his credibility and his stock and everything. And so then when the time is really right. Now, maybe the time may never be right. Maybe they never might call him again.
That's the risk.
That's the risk. But I feel as though, like I said, Warren, when you get that opportunity, and I think as long as you are doing it for the passion and not just strictly in it for the money. Yes, the money is great and whatever, but if you in it just for the love in it, and you in it to get better, and all that, all the above, I feel as though you will always sort of be on that radar of WWE. After CM Punk came back, never say never. So I feel like he'll be back. Is the right timing. The right timing. Even when Cody Rhodes went over, Jay Cargill, a lot of people. The timing was, right for them. So I feel like Swerve is. Swerve is really creating something. Like I said, with the whole Prince Nana going viral, all of that. So
definitely
I think it's good. I think he'll be back. Because if he did come back, let's say he got the call, I don't think he will be put into this position that he is in WWE. I think he'll go back to being in the mid card or something like that. I don't think he would be.
It's hard. It's hard. There's a lot going on right now. Like, I understand what you're saying. I mean, there's a lot going on right now, and I think he does find a lot of benefit in AEW right now. But the one thing about I think so too. Devin, I definitely believe that as well. I think that's one of the reasons why it was worded that way as well. Like, nah, they fucking let me go. I'm good over here. I'm good where I'm at. But I don't think your pride should establish that, because you don't want to fucking miss. You don't want to miss opportunities because you don't know if they'll come back around. You don't know if you strike when the iron's hot, you got to fucking strike, man. Just like Punk said with everything else that was going on. Like, you have to take advantage of the opportunities. But I do understand what Dre is saying too, because AEW is establishing him right now. But at the same time, it's just like, I just don't know if there's enough development over there to keep him established the way that he's getting established right now. Prince Nana dancing only going to last for as long as it fucking lasts. Yeah. He already fighting Hangman again.
You're right. You're right. But Yeah, but I think his
Just
goal right
saying.
now is to be the AEW first black champion, and I think from there he'll see whatever else comes afterwards. I don't think too many guys in professional wrestling. We all know what happened in 2020 and 2021, where it was seen as a lot of African American black superstars getting big pushes, winning
Yeah.
championships that they never thought they were doing, and a lot of black wrestlers were giving these opportunities. And I feel like not a lot in AEW as well, not a lot in wrestling in general. So I feel
Yeah.
like
For
that's
sure.
Swerve's goal right now to just at least be the first black AEW champion, and we can go from there. And like I said,
Yeah.
I think he'll
Hey, more
he'll
power
come
to him.
back though. And
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course
He's a good dude.
Devin, I think he did take that personal though,
Yeah.
I mean, but you also got to think
because it
what's
was it
that
was a
girl's
day that he
name
got
what's
it
the
was a
one that
day that he
married
got
to
caught up too.
Cedric? Who's the one married to Cedric?
Shit,
The
I forgot.
swole.
Oh yeah, I remember her. Damn,
Oh,
Here's a
yeah.
good example.
Big Swole, yeah,
You
oh,
leave a
Big Swole.
product,
Yeah.
you
I
leave a
remember. Yeah, I remember.
product, and the way that she did it, she wanted it to where the social media can go in there and get behind her. She realized she made a bad decision going to AEW because she saw that Tony Khan wasn't doing all his promises that he did with her. What she said, and then she started saying some claims and saying that, oh, he's this, he's this, he's this. She got social media so built up behind it, she thought that could build her back to get back to WWE based off of negative energy. Now there's a certain way to go, okay, yeah, take it personal, whatever, but also the way that you control with social media. It could be a hit or a miss in scenarios. So obviously the way the energy is in social media, it can build and establish that superstar so much faster than what we used to say just watching off of YouTube. But it, like we said before, man, like it or not, no indie show can bring you a WrestleMania.
Warren, what you think? What you think Tony Khan's big announcement is going to be tonight?
Sasha
I heard a
Banks.
rumor it was already revealed.
It had something to do with Boston or something like that.
Yeah,
What? The
some type of show or something. I don't know.
They
It
in
ain't what
Boston.
everybody's
They're in
thinking.
Boston.
They're at the TD Gardens tonight. Yeah,
Fucking
Blackheart's
Sasha
working
Banks,
is
bro.
tonight.
that it?
I
Oh,
think
Sasha
Blackheart's
Banks.
working
Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah,
Sasha
she is
Banks,
from
No,
bro.
it
Boston.
ain't.
She's in Boston.
No, it
Yeah.
ain't. No, it ain't.
Okay.
It's
I
not
Well, who
hope
her.
it's
knows?
not. I want to see Sasha back in WWE, man. I hope
It's
it's
not
not.
her. They've already revealed the thing like an idiot just now, so it's not her.
All right, man. We'll find out. We'll see,
Who
man.
knows?
All the
Who knows
wrestle
Who
anymore?
knows? Who
chats and
knows?
rants, man. Who knows, man? Thank you. Who knows? But all right, you guys,
Yeah.
man. Before we ride on out of here, man, we're gonna spend the next like 5-10 minutes doing dad rants, man. Anybody want to start off, man?
Yeah, this is what I want to start by saying. Check it out. Put them fingers up in the air, baby, because y'all crying about Cody.
Oh
Let
my
Cody go
God.
get that other championship, yo. This shit for The Rock. Now, The Rock is not going to win against Roman. I'm just letting y'all know that shit right now. Roman and The Rock going to be crazy. Put them ones up for my boy Roman Reigns when he holds his title, but then put them fucking 15s up, whatever you want to call, for my boy Damian Priest with the fucking cash in, baby.
Watch R-Truth take his money in the
Okay.
bank. Watch it. R-Truth's taking his money in the bank case. Watch it. No, my dad rant is I've realized my daughter is in pre-K at 5 years old. The standards that they have for these kids at this age now are ridiculous. I remember in pre-K, it was all right, this is a shape. This is how to share a toy. They're expecting kids. Brian, I do want your perspective on this because you actually have kids that are at an older age. I have just realized, because I just had a parent-teacher conference with her teacher last week. That's why I was late last week. So I just realized the standards that they have for these kids at pre-K, guys. Let me say this again, pre-K. They're expecting these kids to know how to say sentences. They're expecting these kids to know how to write and stuff like that. They can't get qualified to go into kindergarten unless they know how to trace everything. And I'm just sitting there just like, wow, like the standards that they have for these kids now, it's just mind-boggling. And I found out they have this test all the way from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. They do 30 questions. You're telling a pre-K kid, a kid that's literally under 5, to sit at a computer, which only the thing is the teacher can supervise them to read a question to them, have 3 answers, and answer 30 questions. for a kid to sit there and do that, it's just mind boggling to me, bro. It really is.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm done with that type of school for the rest of my life. As far as me having kids, I know I am, unless some crazy accident shit happens. But I'll be looking at my my nieces and nephews and my grandkids at that level to worry about shit like that next. Because yeah, like you saying, Warren, like I'm skipping that shit this time around. Like my daughter's the last one that has to start grade school up. We're homeschooling. Um, the things that I am understanding, like you said, I've had multiple kids that I've seen, plus being a kid that's went through around a whole bunch of kids who went through. I've seen a lot of fucking school. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot of school. I've seen a lot of what they do. I've had a lot of understanding about it, and I don't think it's good for kids anymore, man. Especially now, like you're saying, like they want this kind of structured environment, but at the end of the day, there's not really much that these teachers and shit are like doing like how they did before. I'm not trying to take anything away from the teachers. I'm just saying like the curriculum's different because of the internet. They have a lot of things that they can engage with themselves. We learned a lot from COVID. The kids can sit in front of a fucking monitor and learn everything they need to learn. There's not a lot of connection as far as like, whether you're connecting socially or whether you're even connecting with the teacher, having another established relationship with the fucking with a parental figure. You're not getting that. Those are things that you learn as well. But to have these standardized tests and stuff like that for kids who are just learning how to fucking write their name properly is ridiculous. I don't agree with none of that shit. My daughter, she knows how to write her name. She knows fucking like basically all of the low level multiplication. She knows how to count on her hands. She's 4. She does all of that. I'll go get her paperwork right now. Not multiplication, addition, and subtraction.
My daughter don't do any of that.
Homeschool. I'm fucking
we're contemplating it because my daughter gets sick all
bullshit,
the damn
man.
time, bro.
That's
and
another
it's like
thing.
we kept her away, and I think maybe this is on us too. But I love how you said that about COVID. And maybe I think that's another worry too with that scenario too is like, we've been so worried about this germ scenario, like, the COVID, all that. I've not been all on that branch, but it's like my daughter's allergies are just as bad as her mom's. Like we kept her away from all this germs and all that. So it's like every 2 weeks, my daughter is like insanely sick. She's missed a lot of school. And it's like we're like contemplating, like, man, maybe we need a homeschooler because my daughter misses so much just from being sick.
And that's one of the main reasons that I think we go back and forth with the whole school and homeschool thing. Definitely, his mom is like
antisocial.
his mom is like, what? I don't necessarily want him sending to school because he's gonna be around all these other kids. He's gonna get sick or whatever. So when I get, because they be up early in the morning. So when I get myself together, I'll take him and we'll go downstairs, we'll play or whatever, and he'll run into other little kids and want to play with them and hide at them because he at this age where now where he's 1.5, he's almost 2, but he's not 2, so he's into like fucking everything. When I'm telling you everything, like is good gracious, it's like one of his favorite words is like down, like I want to get down, and he get down, and then he want to play with the toilet paper, he want to do everything like that. So trying to balance out, doing stuff, trying to be taking care of yourself and also be a parent, and it's so much stuff. And the thing is, I think we're thinking on, obviously, like I said, with the school and homeschool, she don't want to put him in, she don't want to put him in daycare. I think it would
Yeah,
be
I was against it too. We didn't put Belle in daycare. She just started school like
shit costs so much money, bro.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. But the only thing is about it is, the only reason why I say it is because, as far as our relationship goes, we have, like, I understand parenting, being a parent is 24/7. Like that's your job. Until they reach a certain age, and it's like we're taking on the parenting thing. You necessarily don't have time for one another, and it's just always kid thing. It's always kid thing. So it's like, even when he go to sleep for a few minutes, either if I'm doing something, or she taking care, or she cooking or whatever. So he might trick us and be asleep for 20 minutes or an hour or whatever like that. So
you
it's like
sound like
It's
I'm not
like you
trying to.
gotta
I'm
find.
just trying to tell you.
They sound like me like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
telling
had
you,
this
Greg, you don't
rant with him
understand that.
before.
You sound. I just want you to know. Don't feel alone or anything like that. I don't know if you do, but I'm telling you right now, you sound just like every other bro.
Yep.
It's a
That's that
different
newly dad
world,
mode,
bro.
bro. That's
It's a
what it is.
different world. It's just. I understand you because that's like you're saying. Like you do get a break. Kids going to daycare, kids going to school, kids going to grandma's house, kids going wherever they're going. You gotta you develop a different type of togetherness with your spouse or whoever you're with, if you're with them. You have to make those times happen. And it sounds crazy, but that's why you hear people saying, "Hey, we got date night every once a month. We do this, and we go. We have sex when we can."
I used to be against that. I used to be against it, but it does work because, like Carol Brian just said, bro, he plays Fortnite with his wife. Like that's his thing. That's their time to spend together and stuff.
Yeah,
y'all kind of need to find that one hobby, and that's something I definitely need to do it often too because. Obviously, when we do get back in the season, I stay fully grind mode for podcasts.
Like the Love and WWE show that just came out.
For y'all to watch. Yeah.
We binge watch all 8 episodes. I said, babe, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. And it's like we'll do it. But then when they get to a certain point, like I said, she up early in the morning, and I'm the last one who goes to sleep.
It's the whole
so to make sure the whole, the house is shut down, right? Everything is good. The cat good. Son in the bed. Everything. Make sure her chair charged up. So I'm doing my thing. So they up early in the morning and stuff like that. So by the time 8, 9 o'clock hit, she be tired. So I don't go to bed until maybe about 12, 1. So it's like if we do pop on a movie or turn on Tubi, she'll fall asleep. So it's that's sometimes
I fall asleep too. I'll be trying to play the fucking game. I be thinking I'm gonna go all night, like just like fucking and shit. And I'm like, oh no, I'm tired, yo. Let's get this shit done.
Yeah. I get it. I get what you guys saying. It's just
you got a little while. Listen, you got a little. Don't give up hope, bro. You got a little.
No. I'm never that.
Yeah. He's going on 2, but once they get to like 3 or 4,
they don't want to be on their own.
Yeah, it starts relaxing a little bit, and then you'll have time to they'll be adjust. You'll take your ass to bed at 9 o'clock, and then that's mommy and daddy time. We put our kids to sleep. Kids go to sleep at 10:30. Me and my baby, we stay up until like 11. Even if it's just laying next to each other, we watch shows. Sometimes we play the game. Sometimes we'll be talking about shit or laughing at shit on TikTok. She's been doing TikTok videos. She's getting popular shit on TikTok, and she's been doing that a lot. So we talk about that. About how we editing videos together and doing shit like that, whatever. You'll find your time, yo. We stay up until like 12 o'clock in the morning because we just be spending time with each other, just chilling out, having our own time. But everybody goes through it, bro.
Like how you guys said, 3, 4 is definitely the easiest. Because
that's why I go to the gym so late at night.
You get up 9 something, okay, maybe take a nap around maybe let's say 3, 4ish or whatever. Then you get back up, and the little man won't shut down until about 12:30. So it's like you don't have no time.
You got a rough house. Annabelle, I have to do that every night. Every night we have to rough house before she goes to bed. Tire her out. That's how I've learned to do it because this is something I've had to learn too. Is nap time is very crucial.
Oh yeah,
because my daughter gets super freaking cranky. Great example. I went and got a haircut today. My daughter, I just picked her up from school, so I'm thinking, okay, she's done well before when I go get a haircut. So we go in there. My daughter's doing everything but not listening to me, and I already knew she needs to go take a nap. She needs to take a nap, and I mean, she showed herself from every end of that dang haircut place, and I was just like, boy, when we get home, you are going to bed, sleep. That's it.
Yeah, that nap time is important as shit. Yeah,
because if you don't let them nap, if you don't let them nap, they go to bed at 8 o'clock or 9. They wake up in 2 hours and they think they're up all night. Right. My daughter has done that so many times because I used to be like, oh, I'm not going to force a bedtime because I'm off 4 days a week. So it's like, I can stay up.
Nap time is real crucial. He definitely take his naps and stuff like that. He definitely take his naps.
I learned, bro. If she don't get her nap time, I'm not getting my gym time until very late at night.
Yeah, but older kids, the nap time you have to do it. But younger kids, like babies, like 1, 2, they take a nap on their own.
They nap all day.
Yeah.
You gotta make them. You gotta make these motherfuckers take a nap. My daughter, she go 3 o'clock. She's her nap time, but she'll fight that shit to the death. And the kids come home at 4:30. it's a wrap. Yeah, 3 o'clock, we usually put her down. The kids come home at 4:30. They get in the house. They do their shit, they chores and shit. And usually by the end of the night, they can be running around together. They all playing together, and I'll tire her out. That's usually how the routine going here. But
okay. Yeah, that's what we try to that's what we try to do for him though. You know, such we get up, obviously eat because he want to get down, he want to run around, time out, and normally when you know you about to change his pamper, he start rubbing his eyes, he'll fall asleep or whatever, or he'll fall asleep watching one of his shows, and then you know he'll get up and start running wild again. You know, and it's just like
What's his
you know
go-to show? What's his go-to show?
Miss Rachel. We trying to get him off.
Everybody loves that show for the.
We trying to get him, man. I'm telling you, man.
Is.
He
I
learned
didn't
a bunch
know
of
what
stuff
it was
with that.
until I heard she's like really popular on YouTube.
Yeah, I have no idea what that shit is.
I was scrolling on TikTok and he literally came over to the phone. And I was like, you know this lady? He was just like, you know, and just started watching her. And I just, you know, but he like the Spider-Man show I got him into, the Amazing Spider-Man Friends or something like that.
My daughter got into Ninja Turtles off of a toy short off of YouTube, and she's just been hooked on Ninja Turtles now.
Show her the old ones too.
Yep.
Show her the old ones.
Oh, we were at Walmart. She grabbed the oldest Ninja Turtle film, and I looked at her and said, "Are you going to really watch this? It's Ninja Turtles."
Yeah, that's not good for kids. Like the one thing I can say, it was good for our generation because we grew up with Ninja Turtles.
The way the visual is, it won't work for the kids.
Yeah, it's not as fun for kids with that one. I love it. I fucking love it. But it's not like I can understand that. Like putting it on for my kids, they'll be bored before they're entertained. You kind of got to be a little bit more knowledgeable when you're watching that. A little more.
Just like Power Rangers, my kid will watch a little bit of it because she met the Green Ranger. But other than that, she's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, this is
all right, you guys, man.
I can't watch this.
Been another great episode of Commission Talk here this week. We'll be back next week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One of the guys will be hosting. It's going to be Brian B. We're going to be on the Beeline Entertainment LLC.
Listen, guys, let me just say this on live real quick. I actually might need one of you guys to take over because Beeline's working, guys. I got me a job. I'm back under the man. But next week I'll be 5:30 around the time I got on today. I probably should be getting back on next week. So if one of you guys, I would love one of you guys to take the reins, and I'll take right after because I'll be back to normal after that.
Okay, cool.
Y'all did it for me. I got you.
We're gonna definitely work that out. All right, you guys, man. Another great episode of Commission Talk, you guys. Definitely make sure you hit the links down below. Subscribe to the Buzzing with Marlo YouTube channel and also the Beeline Entertainment. But before we dip on out, anything you guys want to say before we go?
Hey, man. Obviously, Buzzing with Marlo. We got part 2 with my chat with Sydney Smith. If you're into flag football, you're into NFL, all that, come in and watch that one. That was a really freaking good episode. Part 2. Just even better. We're also replaying the DCCW Breaking Down the Walls build-up show that we did last Friday. It did great numbers. We're playing it again this Friday because Saturday night we're back at Baker County Fairgrounds. It's going to be amazing. You'll see me. You'll see Jake Logan. You'll see Brian Brock. That's a big one. Big name from NWA coming out to Jacksonville, Florida is going to be insane to see. We've got great talent coming. We've got a build-up match. The biggest feud you could possibly think of on an independent circuit. You got a brother-in-law versus the brother. And the funniest thing, the sister of that brother, her husband, are facing each other on her birthday. So it's going to be an insane thing in their hometown. It's going to be awesome. Check it out, man. It's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Okay. Brian?
Good shit. Yo, listen, guys. I'm back at it doing something, whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. But yo, listen, it's been a lot of fun doing commission, and the wrestling has definitely been taking off pretty well. It is Mania season after that, but we're gonna be back on the line. Beeline ENT is looking to be back on Tuesday next week. Definitely have STR tonight, Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. We're gonna be covering a lot of stuff that we were talking about today, plus some new stuff. We're gonna have a guest on the next couple of weeks as well. Starting next week, we have a couple of guests, and we got actually a really surprising guest maybe coming on very soon as well. Looking forward to that. But we'll be talking a lot about wrestling. It's Mania season. I'm mostly doing these wrestling shows right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. These wrestling shows, I'm loving them. Definitely go follow me on TikTok. TikTok is blowing blowing up. Me and my, IT tip over here, and kind of like a competition because I'm growing. Thank you guys so much for 500 followers recently. Really, really, really building right now. Wrestling is really top notch right now for me. So we'll be getting back into interviews and stuff like that, as well as see me on Dre shit after Beyond 11:30, baby. Yo, people been loving that. People have been loving that, bro. Yeah,
man,
people
I
have been talking about it a lot.
Look at talking about my little man just a few minutes ago. He come cracking open the door and stuff like that, though.
There you go.
Yep. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, one thing I did wanted to say though, someone told me, man, just go with whatever works, man. Just go with it. And the wrestling shows for me definitely has been number one. Yes. Can I help you, sir? Okay.
What up, little Dre?
All right, I'm trying to be on the camera, bro.
This has been a great episode. Once again, you guys, man. Beyond 11:30, episode 4 returns tomorrow night. You guys, great vibes, man. Always definitely dope vibes. Talk Pro Wrestling this Friday, 6:15 p.m. Eastern. The 11:30 podcast show returns next month. So I will have some great guests on that show as well. So other than that, man, it's been a great one. Love chatting with you guys, man. Definitely, like I said, subscribe to
Thursday, baby.
Yes,
real stuff is about to happen tomorrow.
We'll see what goes down with that. But definitely subscribe to the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Buzz over with Melo as well. And definitely hit that subscribe button here on the 11:30 Podcast YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone tuning in on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, or X, Facebook, and YouTube as well. For myself, Dre, a.k.a. Dre on Wells. Buzz over with Melo. Marlo, always do it. Ryan B. Yo, until next time, we out, man.
Yep.